My name is Sarah, and I am the social media coordinator for the Push Festival. Hopefully this is working. This is our very first Google Hangout, and I am here with the girls from Do You See What I Mean, which is a show you can find in your Push program guide on page 21. Here we are. Do you see what I mean? So I have Ruthie Tabata and Donna Soares, and I'm going to go over to Donna first. Donna, what can you tell us about Do You See What I Mean?
Well, Do You See What I Mean is a huge project, but to give the Cliff Notes version, it's a 2.5-hour tour of Vancouver, and it starts at the Access Gallery in Chinatown, and you go on a route that is unbeknownst to you until you go on the route, and it explores many things. It explores the body within the urban environment, how it affects each other. It explores trust, and it's basically a way to discover or rediscover your city.
Yeah, Ruthie, do you agree with that statement?
I agree, and then the other thing is you don't know where you end up.
Oh, well, you don't know really anyways where you are most of the time because you're blindfolded.
Right, and it's not about where you are in the city, it's about, as Donna said, exploring the city in a different way, and all of your other senses are heightened. You'll begin to feel things that you wouldn't notice normally in daily life as you're walking around.
It sounds amazing. So, Ruthie, how did you get involved in this production?
I was lucky enough to take around the two artistic directors, Martial Chazillion and Martin Chaput, around Vancouver, and we were exploring different possible routes and trying to get into buildings, opening up doors and saying, we'd like to do this project here, what do you think? And some people were really friendly, and other people were not so friendly. And yeah, and then I've always been fascinated with exploring and also community engagement involving people in performances that aren't necessarily performances, but more experiences or once-in-a-lifetime kind of opportunities or things that engage you in a different way that are not performance, but actual real-life situations.
Yeah. Awesome. Donna, how did you get involved in this project?
Well, I've been lucky enough to work with Push for a few years now in a number of capacities. I started as an actor, and then I worked with Mammalian Diving Reflex doing project coordination on shows like Eat the Street and Children's Choice Awards. And in 2011, I worked with two wonderful people who I'm speaking with right now to do 100% Vancouver. So I think it was just a natural fit. You know, Ruthie and I have worked together. We've done these huge projects that really focus on community engagement. So yeah, it's just a natural fit, and glad to be a part of Push again in some capacity.
We are glad to have you back. Ruthie, so, there we are. Ruthie, I understand that you took part in this project. Now, do you say like you were an audience member?
In Paris, I got to be an audience member. I did it this past summer. And even though I knew what was supposed to happen, I knew all the different elements and hidden surprises, it was still a completely let's say eye-opening experience, but that's the wrong word. Yeah. But like
the metaphorical eye.
Yeah, I walked the same routes. I followed behind it just to see what it looked like from behind the scenes so that I could help coordinate the project in Vancouver. And I couldn't feel the same things under my feet the way I had the day before. And there's so many different layers to the project, and your body starts to change after you've been blindfolded for that long. And there was times when, even though I knew the game, it took a long time for me to open up, and that's why the show, that's why the experience is that long, because it gives you enough time. So by the end of it, you feel like you could explore more, like you have the confidence to take it with you past the show.
Mm-hmm. I didn't do the actual show, but I did a little. I don't even know how long I was blindfolded. I would say anywhere between half an hour and an hour with Martial and Martin, just so I could experience a little bit. And yeah, your imagination after getting comfortable and when you stop caring about where you are and trying to figure out where you are, your imagination goes wild. And I remember having these images of being like a small ant in a skateboard park, and there was one part where I felt like I was drilling into the middle of the earth. So it's just, once you let go, your imagination takes you places, which is really fun.
Oh, that's so fantastic. Okay, this show is being, the creators, is it Projet in situ? Am I pronouncing that horribly wrong? Yeah. What can you guys tell me about their work and the type of things that they do? They're based in Lyon, in France.
Mm-hmm.
Do you guys know
Go ahead,
much about them? I know, my terrible France accent. Ruthie, do you know anything more about these people? Because you were hanging out with them, you said.
They've done, let's see, this is the 5th time, actually you refer to Donna, that they've done this show in particular, and they've also done 2 other projects that have worked with visually impaired and blind people. They are a dance company, and Donna, you can feel free to jump in.
Yeah, I think what they've been focusing on of late is, with this project and a number of other projects, is the relationship of the audience and the work. So putting the audience in a position where it's not just a proscenium theater and you sit there passively watching the show. So they're really exploring how the audience and the work can integrate with each other. And I think this is one of many projects that explores that. And also, what is dance? I mean, they're a dance company, but when you first think, oh, a blindfolded walk of Vancouver, is that dance? Well, that's the question. Is it dance?
I don't know. We're going to have to wait and see, aren't we? So we are like about 2 months away, I guess, from the Push Festival, thereabouts, a little bit more. What stage of the process are you guys at right now?
We are recruiting volunteer guides, and we are also recruiting households. Without saying too much, we have a stop along the way that involves some people who live in Yaletown. So we're actually looking for people in Yaletown to invite an audience member and their guide up into their home.
Awesome. So
we're also looking.
Do these people need to have any prior experience? Like, what kind of people are you looking for? Just someone that lives in Yaletown and is willing to open up their house?
Pretty much. We need about 20 households altogether, and each visit at a household will be its own unique experience, and they'll work together with Martin and Martial to create the visit, which will be about 15 to 20 minutes. And this could be anything from a hidden talent to some news that they want to share, just a conversation or playing a song.
No artistic
It's up to the audience member to come up with some ideas, and then Marta and Marcia will help shape it.
Okay, and Donna, what was that? What do people, like, what are the requirements that you're going to tell volunteers? Like, what do they need to commit to? And you said no artistic experience required, so that's easy.
No artistic experience required, but just an open mind and I guess a welcoming heart. And in terms of actual commitment and logistics, they would commit to 3 performances. So the performances are the 25th, 26th, and 27th of January, and the 1st, 2nd, 3rd of February. So the Friday, Saturday, Sundays. And so they would commit to 3 afternoons where they would be seeing audience members come into their home. And then they also have 2 meetings prior to these performances with the artists, as Ruthie said, to create these visits.
Easy peasy. So you're looking for both people now, the guides and the Yaletown residents.
Mm-hmm. We're doing pretty well with the guides, but Yaletown residents are hard. So anyone out there who is, open to this kind of wacky idea and wants to experience something new, this will never happen again in Vancouver, this project. So, this is one of those things like that 100% Vancouver project we did, where if you didn't get on board, you go, oh, I missed out.
Absolutely, and that was such an incredible show. I was so happy to be a part of it. Okay, so where can they sign up? What's the best way? I'll put in the description of this video. I'll put a link. Sorry, what was that?
Okay. It's DYSWIM. Do you see what I mean at pushfestival.ca? And they can also give us a shout on our telephone number, which I'll have to look up, unless Donna knows it off by head. Actually, I'm going to grab it on a... Two. Hold on. Okay.
All right.
604 605 8284 extension 207.
Perfect. Stop it, Ruthie. We got it. Oh, there it is. Oh, yes, there are these cards all over the city. This is what it is. Okay, there we are. 604 605 8284 extension 207. All the information's there, and I'll put it in the description of this video. Hopefully, I'll be able to figure that out. And is there anything else you ladies want to say about this project?
It's so much fun to be a part of it. I think what's been really interesting for me too throughout this whole process is to ask the people who've signed up to volunteer why they want to be a part of it. And there's always an open mind, like Donna was saying, people's willingness to explore and try things new and also connect with others in their community. And I think that's a really beautiful thing.
Yeah. Hearts.
Well, one great thing a potential Yaletown resident told me is when I asked her why she wants to do the show, she said because she feels like I asked her if she had any cool neighbors, that's what I asked her, who would be interested in doing the show as well, and she said, well, the reason I want to do the show is because I don't have any cool neighbors. She doesn't know any of her neighbors, and she finds it really tough in Yaletown to find that sense of community. So like Ruthie said, I mean, it's not just in Yaletown, it's all throughout Vancouver. It's just finding that community and making those connections.
Yeah, absolutely. That is a huge issue that people are talking about in Vancouver these days. So that's a great point to bring up. So we're gonna wrap this up now. We've been chatting for a little while. And a question that I'm asking everyone this year with the Push Festival, because the tagline is crossing the line. So I want to know, what does crossing the line mean to you? And we can go Ruthie.
Well, to me, it's like going into a place that maybe you wouldn't, that maybe you're daring to go, that you're not really allowed to go, but you want to go. Kind of like walking up to doors and just seeing if it will open, and walking up the stairs and talking to the man in Chinese who doesn't speak English, but he let you come in. And then this was part of us exploring for places in Chinatown. So it turns out that won't be a stop on the way.
Oh, but you've already crossed the line.
Vancouver that I wouldn't have tried before hadn't I not had this urge with the show.
Awesome. Donna, what does crossing the line mean to you?
I think it's much of the same thing. It's about stepping into the unknown and daring to do that, and going into places that are uncomfortable for you, and it might be scary, but it might be great. You might cross the line and go, oh, I didn't like that, I'll stay on this side, or you might go, wow, I'm gonna jump in. So it's about testing the waters and pushing yourself. Pushing yourself.
Oh, what? Way to bring it back, Donna. So that's it. We're going to wrap up now. This is our very first Google Hangout, so thank you for bearing with us. We hope this streams properly, and we'll do some more of these in the future. If you have any comments, questions, or concerns about Google Hangouts or about Do You See What I Mean, feel free to contact us. Once again, you can get your push program guide around the city. It looks like this. You can get them at JJ Bean, Choices Markets, Festival Cinemas, and Terra Breads, among some other great artistic places around Vancouver. Thank you, ladies, very much for chatting with me.
Thanks, Sarah. Thanks,
You're
Donna.
welcome. I'm going to end the broadcast right now. We'll talk later.
Bye.